Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. I come down to the garage today to do some work, but as I've just come out to the garage I realised I'm probably going to do something different than what I thought I was going to do. What I thought I was going to do was to tackle the one remaining sort of serious repair job on the body, which is all this area around here. Now, but I don't want to work on this with it up this high. I want it a bit lower than this. So I was thinking, I'll take it down off the stands. But what I've just realised is I did all the brakes yesterday. Having done all the brakes yesterday, so the brakes work. What I haven't done is the prop shaft there, the drive shaft. Now I could just bolt it back on, but that joint there should have like a grease nipple in it, and it hasn't got a grease nipple in it. So I'm thinking I'm going to put new joints in the prop. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take the prop shaft off and fit new joints, and then fit the prop shaft and fit it to the axle. But even before I start that, I've still got all the mess from yesterday when I was working on the brakes. I mean, there's a piece of front wing there, look. You know what I mean? I haven't tidied up. So I think I'll have a quick 15 minutes tidying up, and then have a go at the prop shaft. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Back in a bit. Hello. I had a little tidy up. I took the prop shaft off. That's the UK expression for it. And this joint here is relatively loose in the sort of angle that it's been used in, and then goes a bit tighter outside of that angle. This one is a lot more crusty, and you can see there where the hole is, where the grease fitting would have fitted. It's rather dirty, so I thought I'll get it in here. I'll get the wire wheel and clean it a bit in here, and then do the same here and just clean it up and put it back together. What I might do is, like, let's say, put a mark there and a mark there, you know, and the same here somewhere, put a mark there and a mark there, you know, just so that I can put it back together the same way around that it was, because this has been balanced years ago. Okay, I'll see about cleaning that up then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Got the first part apart, got the circlips out, and I use my copper mallet to hit it in certain ways to push the things out. Then I was able to get hold of them with the grips, pull them out the last little bit, and yeah, it came apart okay. Not great. Actually, the front one did look in pretty good condition, but all the bearings fell out and everything, so you couldn't use it again. I also forgot to mark it, so hey ho. But I will mark that one. This one's going to be more difficult because it's so dry. This one was oily and all the circlips came out okay. So what I think I'll do, I'll turn it around, I'll have a go at that end over here, and I'll rig a camera up and I'll film it, and if it comes out okay I'll show you. If not, I'll just bring you back when it's all finished. Okay, back in a bit. Not showing you where the business area, am I? Silly me. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I've got 3 out. I'll show you on the last one. kind of loosen the circlip first with the punch. Then I look, when I squeeze it, I look to see which bit isn't moving, and then I knock it kind of away from that side. Bit awkward, you know. There you go, number 4. Okay, now I don't really know the correct way of doing this, but I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I think I need it a bit further than that. This is where all the rollers are half hanging out. Okay. Gonna see if I can hold the thing in the vise. That's got it, look. You have to get the shield all the way into the one yoke to get the other side out like that. Like that. Oh, I didn't mark this one either, did I? Okay, but that was this side here because I've just hit that. Can you see I got the other end supported on a piece of metal in the press? Just something handy, you know, nearby. I've got the cross yoke supported on the vise there, look. And this piece clear of the vise. Yeah, that one's come right out, look. That one's come right out. These joints probably both would have been okay with a good greasing, but because that was missing there and there's dirt in it, I didn't want to pump grease in it because it would have pumped grease around it. The joints are common, you know, with things like Triumphs and things like that, so you can buy them quite easily in this country. Okay, good. Right, I'm going to give this a quick clean up with the wire brush, and I'll reassemble it with new joints. It's a little bit kind of medieval, but you know, it works. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Here's one of my new joints. GMB, Japan. I think it's a good quality unit. I think I might just use the vise as a press. I've cleaned the tube. And I've cleaned these as well. And you can see Hardy Spicer written on them. I'll do the front one first. I haven't done one of these for a while. So I imagine that piece wants to go towards the tube, doesn't it? Maybe I'll put this in after. Can't remember if you're supposed to do 2 at a time. Not sure now. Can't remember. Let's see if I can get these started. That's nowhere near square. Balls that right up, look at it. Okay. Just doing one at a time so I can watch them better. Okay. Then we go and find a little socket that'll go in there. It does move, it's a bit tight though. It's got a wear in, hasn't it? don't know where to do the other one on the bench. I mean on the press. No, I'll just do it here. Okay, good. Well, that's one joint done. That feels okay. That's a little bit tight. Very often the case though, that is. Oh, okay. That's all right now, look. I'll just give it a good whack, kind of, you know, seat it in. That's all right. There's no play. I'll go and get a socket for that. Nice one. Okay, good. So there we are. Brand new universal joint fitted. I've had a look at all the things and I think that I think they look like they're seated okay. That's okay, isn't it? And I've cleaned it and washed it. So just a quick dusting with paint. Oh, rather, yeah, fit the other end, obviously, which will just be a repeat of this. And then a quick dusting with probably just spray paint, to be honest. Okay, that'll do. I'm not that well up on doing this. I've done a few over the years, but I don't think I've done one recently. Okay, righto. I thought I'd try using the press for the other side, just, you know, to see if it's easier or whatever. And what I've just done there, I've just put a piece from an axle stand in the vise to support the shaft at, you know, what I'd say is the right height. So that's that end. I put the block of wood to get it this way so that it can come in to get on centre there. Let's put you in the holder, hang on. I'm just looking at where the grease nipple is so I can work out which way around to put it. Okay. I pushed it in too far. It seemed to go quite easy, to be honest. I think this is easier because it's better supported, you know, and you're not struggling against gravity trying to drop the pieces all the time. It's all right. Again, a little bit tight that way. Now, the other side might not be quite so easy. Because you haven't got flat surfaces there. So, how am I going to do this? Yeah, that's all right. Okay, right. I think that's all right. I don't know what happened to them marks I put on. I didn't look for them anyway. Oh well. It's not like it's going to be doing 150 mile an hour, is it? Okay, I'll get that painted then and put it on the car. I think just giving it a good rattle about with a hammer helps seat everything in. Oh, put the thingy bob back in. Yeah, I'd say using the press is easier, but not everybody's got a press, have they? So that's why I showed doing it in the vise. Okay, righto, I'll get this on then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Cheers then, bye. First problem, the exhaust clamp is touching the prop. Okay, good. Nice. I'm going to call it good at that, because there's something I need to go and do. But what I'll do is I'll come back. I'll call it good at that for now. Oh, is it out of focus? I'll call it good at that for now, because there's something I need to go and do. But I'll come back and I'll get my longer spanner and something to shove in there, like a screwdriver or something, to lock it. And then I'll make sure they're torqued up good and proper. I found the original bolts, which was lucky because they were in that all that stuff that ended up on the floor. Okay, so there's the prop in place. Yeah, I'll put some finger marks on it. I'll have to just dust it over with the paint again, and I need to just retighten that there, that clamp, because the way it was just touching the prop. Yeah, okay, righto. So that's a good little job done there today. Good little session. Okay, thanks very much for joining me in the garage then. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye. Hello, welcome to yet another day in Mart's garage. I've got a few little odds and end jobs to try and do today. One of the things that I've remembered is that I haven't put any split pins or cotter pins, if you prefer, in the front hubs. So I'm just going to do that now. I've done the other side, I'm just going to do this one. I adjusted these brakes the other day, but they've gone tight since, so I'm going to de-adjust them a bit. Just past 11 o'clock. Perfect. Okay, that's a bit long. All the bearings have been, you know, cleaned and greased before, so when I put them together I just didn't put the split pins in. My advice would be to put the split pins in when you're doing the job, not rely on remembering it, you know, 3 months later. I just put a bit of grease in the cap. I don't know if that's necessary or advised or not advised. But I've done it. We'll call that okay. Call that good. Okay, another little thing that I don't have to try and remember. Okay, I'll bring you back when I do something else. Here's my other little job. It's the lower bolt on the rear light housing. And what I've done, I've made a little piece. I know it's a little bit out of shape, but it's only a little piece to hold it together. And I've left a piece attached that will act as a handle. So I'm going to just hold that there like that and try and just get a couple of tacks on it at either end. Then I'll break off my little handle piece. Just quick jobs, you know. From the sound of it, it didn't like the earth. I've got a little thing that I need to fit in there, a little nut thing Let's hope it will go in. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, anyway, that's kind of a little makeshift repair there. I can't find the little insert that goes in. It's the same as this. It's the same as that one there. When I find it, I'll fit it, and I'll be another step further forward, won't I? Okay, neat little job. I've used that method a few times where you kind of leave a piece of metal attached. When you're using tiny little bits of metal like this, it's quite handy to, you know, just keep it located. Okay, that bit of wire gone right the way through. I didn't know there was a hole in it. Comes from using sketchy parts, doesn't it? Alright, when I find that, I'll get it fitted, and I'll see you guys later. There we go. That's in now. That's in now. Captive. One there. And one there. There we go. Nice little job. Okay, righto. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Cheers then. Bye. I've offered the lamp unit on. You can see the screw there, one of the screws, and you should be able to see another one down the bottom there. That's the one we've just been repairing down there. Yeah, so they're looking okay. What I did, I used a couple of them washers and things that have got a little foam pad on them that you use on roofing things. So it's not fitted, I'm just sort of testing the hardware really. So those are in. I've just offered this in place, and what I realise is that there's nowhere for the screws to go at the back. The screws are bottoming on the bodywork there, so the screws need shortening, but I haven't got the gasket in place. So that's something to remember. Keep the screws as short as possible. And I've got to replace the broken bits of plastic on there. I have actually found a cheaper source for these lenses, so I might buy some new ones. These are the light units that bayonet into the back of those fittings, you know, go into those units there. So these are the lights, and none of the bulbs are particularly free, so I've just sprayed a load of penetrating oil onto them to try and free up the fittings. So I'll keep soaking those, and it might be a case of breaking the bulbs so that you can get hold of the base with a pair of pliers. It would be nice to just use them if I can though, you know, just for a laugh. So I'll keep spraying those. This is another one. Just fitting these and repairing them is another job that's going to take a day or two just to get these on. Anyway, you know, hey, that's what you kind of buy into, isn't it? I'm just trying to say none of these jobs are 5-minute jobs. Okay, I will continue to do odd little jobs then, and I'll catch you back in a bit. I bought them at car boot sale for not very much money. Hopefully they might be the right ones. If they are, they'll get fitted. This is the piping off the front wing. I kind of remembered that they use piping, and I'd forgotten that there was one piece on there. So there you go. Back in a bit. Hello. One of the other jobs that I've just done another little job. Again, I want to put the wheel on, you see, so I'm thinking, well, what do I want to do before I put the wheel on? And on these wing mounting bolts here, I'd come up with some fairly elaborate sort of washers and things, which I've decided that no, you know, they ain't Ford, are they? Ford wouldn't have used things like that. So I've just gone straight in with the bolts and the spire clips. You know, the wing fits okay. And I took the point off that bolt there. I didn't bother with that one up there because you can't really see it. So I just took the point off that one there. And that looks okay. And what I'll do, I'll daub that with wax oil up in here and on there. Okay, right, I'll do the same on the other side and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. There we are, put it back together. I've done the other side as well, and I just put a little bit of wax oil up around that vertical bit there and up around where the bolts are. Just a bit of protection. Okay, just quick little jobs, you know, quick little jobs. Okay, righto, bring you back when there's more to show. Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. I'm carrying on with my little jobs that I want to do. The aim is to get it so that I can put the wheels on and lower it down off the stands. Okay, I've just been underneath and tightened up the prop shaft there and the exhaust clamp there. So that's a couple of little things that I needed to remember to do. What I want to do now is I've taken off the straps that hold the exhaust, and I've made some little sort of load spreader washers, these little plates to so that I can tighten the bolts up without it digging into the rubber strap. So there's four little, so there are four little plates, and I cut these from a piece of tubing, so it's got the, you know, the bend on the end already. I've got four little bolts there with washers on, so I'm going to try and fit these, hoping I've got the spacing right, where the silencer goes underneath the car. So I'll try and get those in place, and hopefully they'll go on, and I'll stick a bit of copper slip on them. So I'll go and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's on. Back in a bit. Alright, I've put the first of my plates on, well, the first pair of plates. There, look, and so it's kind of, so it spreads the load onto the strap, and then if you look up there, there's a clamp in the straps to the body, the underbody, and it gives the washers something to dig into as well, the fact that there's a strap there. So yeah, so I think that'll be okay, nice and sturdy. Okay, good. Right ho. Okay, one of those little simple jobs that's, you know, just something else that needs a little bit of care and attention. I think the original straps had like a metal ferrule in them, you know, a metal sleeve and washers crimped on, but they'll be okay, that'll do. Okay, righto, I'll do something similar at the back then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Neat. Back in a bit. Hello. Right, so I've put my little washers and things on. You can see the little washer on the back of there, and you should be able to see one up there. That's got an extra long bend on this side to, you know, just give a guide for the strap. That is how it was done at the factory. I think these straps might be a little bit thicker than the original ones. I'm just offering my What I thought I would do, there's a couple of things I need to do. I need to put oil in the axle, but something I haven't looked at is the valance. I need to check the fit of the valance, clean it up and paint it. So I'll offer it into the place and I'll show you what I can see already. It kind of half fits. It needs sanding and painting, but what you can see is, well, I've got to get it aligned to the holes there where the bumper bolts on. This flange doesn't quite align. Now that might be because this one's out, but I don't know. So this needs a little bit of massaging, and it needs pulling under a bit. The other side is flat against here, but is sticking out too much here, and that doesn't want to pull under. So what I think I need to do is stretch the flange that is here, stretch that flange to push it inwards a little bit, maybe clearance a little bit of metal there, shrink the flange that's under here to pull it in a bit. So just get it pulled in and forward, and then look at the way that this joins there, and see if I can get some, you know, manipulate the flange to get it to meet nicely, and drill the holes to get it to mount in there. That's very close to that exhaust mount. That's very close to that. Oh, it is clear. Okay. Now I'm looking in the camera, it's a bit more clear than I thought. So that's not too bad. Okay. Okay, leave it with me then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show.